Ciao ragazzi, it's Anthony here for Inter Worldwide with an announcement video to let you guys know that we have finally opened up channel memberships. That's right, if you are one of the very loyal Inter Worldwide people that have been following us from the start, this is an opportunity for you to get even more involved in this small but very much so growing and awesome community that we have here on the channel. So what will you get by joining the channel as a channel member? Well, for the firstly, you'll get our loyalty badges next to your comments in the live chat to help identify who the channel members are. Custom emojis to use in the live chat as well. Special member shout outs, but the stuff that might just tempt you a little bit more to sign up for a membership, uncensored members only live streams and videos with myself and a couple of other regulars on the channel, an opportunity for you to join the video and the live stream exclusively, and also the priority comments and discounted memberships on our Inter Worldwide merchandise as well. Guys, it would be amazing to get another little bit of a crew together for these channel memberships. And if you do decide to sign up, make sure you let me know personally so I can shout you out on the channel. Thank you very much. Forza Inter Worldwide. Yo, we are back. Well, someone is back for the first time in a while, and I cannot wait to talk to him. Back by popular demand as well. I don't know if you've been tuning into the live streams, bro, but your name has been dropped at least 3 times in the last 6 or 7 streams. That's what they want, bro. They want Christian Rivas, bro. Welcome back, my brother.
That's because you don't like me no more. Now I'm just I work too much.
Yeah. I see your hours that you're pulling, bro. Both of us pulling 12-hour days on opposite time zones, bro. It's horrible. It's that counteracting. You make so much money and then you don't have time to spend it. It's a good feeling, right?
Yeah, it's nice to be over 100K on the year.
That's beautiful, bro. Congrats to you. And congratulations to your blessings and little growing family, man. Taking over.
That's why I got to work so much is because I got 2 kids. Well, I got one coming in a month and then the other one back there playing on his phone.
That's great, man. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations. How you feeling about everything, bro?
I feel great. You see my name, right?
Oh, yeah. He really is. He's in the slideshow. He's in the slideshow today. We're going to talk a little bit about, I think we might have the 2 best players in Serie A in our squad. I think they're the best 2 players in Serie A. I've been holding my tongue over that for a little bit, but now I'm actually ready to say it. Ciao, Chich. Yeah. Exactly. Christian, the Sampdoria result. A good one, but I'm not going to start with Samp for you. I know this is post partita Sampdoria, but we haven't spoken to you in a while, so there's one thing that we have to talk about with you here. Remember the reaction of people when we drew that group of death? Remember the reaction? Remember the hate and the slander? Even solo un capitano, Zanetti, the look on his face was like, you've got to be kidding me. But we did it, man. And we did it over 2 legs with a 3-3 draw and a 1-0 win. We outscored, outplayed, dominated Barcelona. How you feeling about that?
If you've seen my Instagram or my Facebook, all I did was troll, and troll some more, getting all the payback from all the years my coworkers and everybody's messed with me.
You've copped it from your coworkers, bro. You used to tell me back in the day, you know so many Barca fans. It's a chore.
Yeah, bro. There's too many Barca fans at my job, and out of my fronts too. They're either Barca or Madrid. I'm literally like one of the only Serie A fans. It's ridiculous.
Well, we had to get it done, and bro, I think one of the funniest things altogether was like you could tell there's this undeniable little friendship between the Inter fans and the Madrid fans, where it was just all guns blazing, all souls rising. Everyone was just really, really happy, bro. So I'm really happy to have you here and to talk about a few things. I wanted to cover a few things, and I'm going to get the slides up very, very soon. But we're heading into November at the back end of October, having won the games that we needed to win to get back on track. It wasn't just Fiorentina. It wasn't just this game here. It was, mandatory victories against Sassuolo and Salernitana. And now we're going into November against Juve, knowing that we can really take control of our season once again. And, in an ideal world, bro, Napoli would not be in the form and the flair that they are in, and we would be back up there again. So before I move into the slides and more specific things, overall, how are you looking at Serie A at the moment? Knowing that there's a World Cup coming up, do you see Napoli as a side that could potentially drop points going into the new year? I know that you're early. It's too early. Explain why, bro.
I'm going to tell you this. It's going to be like COVID. Remember how Lazio came out flying and everything? Then the break, and then as soon as the break was over, they started falling. It's going to be the same thing. Napoli's not going to maintain it. And plus, this Spalletti, he'll find a way to mess it up.
I knew you were going to say it, bro. It's Spalletti. But keep in mind, you were saying all last season, it's Pioli, it's Pioli, it's Pioli. Spalletti, surely now. Part of me wants me to get his dub, because if he chokes it from here, he'll never win in Serie A ever again. Ever, 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 ever. It's not happening.
Nope. But you also got to remember something. Pioli didn't win that title. We gave it to him.
Wow. He's always coming in with those big words, man. Big words. All right. Who's impressed you the most so far in the last month? I already know your answer. I'm going to get the slides up on the screen pretty much right now. But how you feeling about a couple? There's a couple of world-class athletes in this side. I want your opinion on Di Marco, and I want your opinion on Lukaku and Dzeko as well. So I know it's a lot to remember, but Lukaku, Dzeko, Di Marco, and the 2 world-class athletes that fans seem to still want to hang shade on.
That's because some fans here got something. I don't know if it's a man crush or something going on, but they have like undeniable hate for my boy Toto. But that's not who impressed me this month. That's not who impressed me. Just to get that out there. It wasn't Toto and it wasn't Barella, because they're doing what's expected from them.
Well, wait, I don't know who you're going to say yet, but I've got the first slide ready to go, and it's loading now. But I have a feeling like, who is it?
This is one of the only times you'll ever hear me admit it, and I'm going to give it to Franco because he was the one that said it. DeMarco.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought you were going to say our goalkeeper for a second, but we'll get to that in a sec. Talk about DeMarco.
I mean, I still don't think he's as good overall, but he's like in the form of his life, so you can't deny he's been good.
Very good.
Like,
if you could pinpoint something or 2 things about DeMarco that's different about Perisic, did we sort of make the right decision in not giving Perisic another year to not hinder that sort of growth for DeMarco? Was that an Inzaghi decision, or did that really all come down to Perisic going, you boys left it too late, I'm bouncing?
Nah, I mean, at the end of the day, dude, it was time he's 34, right? 34, 35. It's time to move on and try to get the younger guys going. For me, it wasn't even the whole Perisic thing. Like, it was Gosens, bro. Like, you got Gosens and you're not starting him for DeMarco. Like,
yeah.
Gosens is legitimately one of the best players on our team, and he got benched by DeMarco, bro. Like, what?
Is that do you pinpoint that as a fault to Inzaghi? Because like out of all my close Inter friends, you're one of the more hypercritical ones of Inzaghi.
Is it really a mistake by him or a great job by him? Perspective. I think that's like he turned. Look at Barella. Barella is balling, amazing. Toro
Yeah.
balling, amazing. DeMarco balling, amazing. Hakan balling in a regista role.
Yep.
Now, is it really like his fault that DeMarco took over for Gosens? Yeah. Hey, my boy Darian.
He's been quiet in the chat. I know he's been lurking, but he's been quiet. And look at him, voice up because you're here.
That's my boy.
Oh, man, that's good stuff. All right, bro, very important to talk about a couple of things here. The two men on the left, Skriniar and De Vrij, starting to regain the confidence, and they've definitely regained the form that we know that they have. I want your straight opinion. We all know that we're looking to re-sign both of them for different reasons. Skriniar, long-term, 4 years, Capitano badge on the side. De Vrij, possible 1 to 2 year extension, maybe looking to cash in on some plus Valenza as well, because remember, his book value always has been and always will be a big fat zero because we got him for free. Any money made off De Vrij is profit. Do you think that Inter's going to make a last-ditch attempt or a late attempt to get De Vrij extended?
I don't know. I would say De Vrij is hit or miss because to him it's like, yo, if I'm gonna sign, I need guarantees. What guarantees does he have?
Yeah. Do you think he's happy to accept a rotational role on the bench for half a year to a year until we find him a new club? Or is he just saying, look, this end of the contract, this is my ticket out. I'll get a contract in the Premier League, no problem.
So if I was him, I would first want to see what the intentions are, right? How is he? 30? How old is he? Like 33, 32?
33, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's 33. Right? Yeah.
He's got 2 years left. If he's not in the Premier League now, then he's probably not. What's the point of going at the end of your career where then you can tarnish your reputation? You know what I mean?
No, whoa, bro. Sorry, 33. We jumped the gun there. He's only 30 years old. He's a 30. He's going to turn 31 very soon.
I would say resign him. If he's 30, 31, resign him. Give him 2 years.
Yeah. Well, that way you can't really lose that way. Either he plays himself into form or he plays himself into a cheap $10 to $12 million transfer out of the league and we get the plus Valenza, right?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, who are we going to get for him?
Yeah, we won't get too much for him. We'll get about 10 to 12 million.
Not just that. Who would we get to replace him? Let me rephrase that.
Well, all right, cool. Well, I guess my next question to you is, how have you seen the transfer of Acerbi so far? Because to me, Acerbi looks not too bad, hit and miss. But if we were to play Acerbi into some form, I don't know if he'd start to show some holes or put together consistent performances. That's the thing.
I would say he's actually done better than I expected. That's just personal opinion. He's done better than I expected. I didn't expect him to do that much.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Fair enough. The Skriniar situation, I've touched on it with a couple of other people. I know where you stand as well. We need to get this guy signed, 4 years, Capitano. Are you convinced this is the right way to go?
I would give him 5 to 6. He's probably one of the best defenders in the world right now. You don't give him 5 to 6. So if somebody comes knocking like PSG, you better have 150 mil up front.
Yeah, I like it, bro. I like it. Uncle Shama misses you, man. One of the wisest Inter OGs in the game. 100%.
I dropped by Zeal a couple of times.
I don't know what time it is over for you, Zeal, but thank you very much for tuning in. I didn't manage to catch your match reaction because I've been busy this morning, but I'll definitely watch it back this afternoon. Yeah, Chris is definitely spreading his DeMarco agenda, but Chris's agendas here are usually right. They're usually right, man. Chris Mano's agendas. So he's still very salty about the Kostic deal, so he'll do everything he can to plug that DeMarco agenda as well. Yep, Kamal, no Gosens again either. But like, isn't this supposed to be a luxury or a problem that big clubs are supposed to have, Christian?
Yeah, bro. Why do you want a bum on your bench? The thing is, if Gosens is that nice, he should be taking the job from him. Those 15-minute cameos, look what Eriksen did.
Exactly right, man. Exactly right. He's still doing it for Man United at the moment. Eriksen's coming in fresh and basically dictating the whole game, man. He's unbelievable player, bro. It was nice to see him and Conte share a little embrace on the sideline. And because I've got you here and it's a post partita, we can speak a little bit more freely. What are you making about Conte at Spurs, man?
I think he's got too much stuff going on in his head. He needs to just pay attention.
Yeah. Why is he always so obsessed with his public image and his media image? Why does he love the drama so much, man? Like, I love Conte, I always have, but if you were to tell me, oh, Anthony Conte wants to come back, I'd be like, I think I'm done with that for now.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I get it. Juve's a mess, but it doesn't make sense with how much money they've lost. It doesn't make sense to have Allegri on high wages and then bring in Conte at the same time and pay both of them. That's why
Exactly.
I don't think Juve fans understand they can't afford a top coach.
Not only that, man, this isn't a Conte-looking squad. He would want to walk into this squad and win again. This team can't really win the title at the moment, and I just don't know how it's going to work. But
Look, they got good players. It's just I feel like they're coming in there just to sit there and cash a check. That's it. Di
yeah,
Maria's been hurt. Freaking Pogba's been hurt. Vlahovic, he hasn't
he
really been
didn't.
doing
Pogba
something
didn't
else.
play 1 minute of Champions League football this season.
Nope.
He's collected 3.5 million euros in money already.
Yep.
That's
So
horrible.
it goes with the whole thing of are these dudes just cashing a check because you guys are that stupid to give them money the way you guys been giving money, like with the whole Aaron Ramsey deal and all that stuff? Di
Lord
Maria,
Figo's in the chat. Always
Di
coming in.
Maria.
Most of the time. Goss's got to earn it. Stop crying. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Always. Kamal says we'll lose him on the winter break if this continues. You talking about De Vrij there, man? Probably. Rocky, hey, Anthony just jumped in now watching from Cairns. Are you on vacation in Cairns or do you live in the tropical north of Queensland? Because if you live there, bro, I don't want to say I feel sorry for you because that's your hometown, but oh my God, that would be a horrible place with this weather at the moment. And I think I've got a problem with insects and reptiles. You don't want to be going over to that part of Queensland, man. You are literally family members with the wildlife in Australia, and I don't want that life. And I can see Christian already doesn't want anything to do with that.
I was gonna say Queens, New York.
Yeah. DiMarco is Inzaghi's gem. He believes DiMarco is something special. Inzaghi knew what he was doing, while all of us criticized him over that. Woke up to find your video. Nice. Thank you, Amira, for coming in. And thank you very much for Massimo, the channel member. Prino, I've never seen your name before, and you're asking if you can join the live. Why not, bro? Let me talk to Christian for another 5 minutes, and then I'll post the link here. And for sure, if you want to join it, you can jump in. I always welcome new people. Let's see here. Onana. I wanted to talk to you about Onana because we've chatted in chats for so long. Give your opinion about Onana to the lovely 23 people that are watching us right now. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you're new.
He jumps.
Yes, he collects balls. He moves off the line and he catches them and he holds them, and then we start play.
No, you know what game was it? Remember I texted you and I said, if that was Handanovic, he would have just stood there. Remember when Onana, it was going out. It was clearly going out, but he still dove to make sure the angle was covered. And that's been always my biggest beef about Handanovic. Like, he'll just watch it go to the side like it's going out. But this dude was like, it's going out, but let me make sure it's going out, and threw himself.
Yeah.
He jumps.
I'm from Melbourne. I left the rain to come to the 32-degree heat. Yeah, that's a solid swap, man. See, if you're in Melbourne, you don't get to go outside because of the wind or the rain. If you're in Cairns, you don't get to go outside because of the heat and the humidity. So good trade up there, Rocky, man. While you're in Port
That's
Douglas,
not bad. It's only 89 degrees. I had to Google what 32 degrees was because I'm sitting there thinking it's cold. I'm American with Fahrenheit.
That's nice, man. Port Douglas is a nice place, so I really, really hope that that you enjoy it right there. Moving on a little bit, yeah, it is very reassuring, Kamal, to see a goalkeeper reacting. Like, even today, bro, I know everything that came at Onana was at a slow pace and right to him, but I swear to God, Handanovic would have been late to that. Onana was always had it in his grasp. There was even a chance after it was 3-0 where I think it was Onana and DiMarco, like side by side, goal line clearance. And the way that Onana just stretched out with his leg and belted it off the line, man, I was very, very impressed, bro. So I'm happy that Inzaghi did that. This is the slide that I was most excited about. We have got the two best, if not two of the best. I don't want to say it too loud because people will jump on their criticism train, their Osimhen or their Vlahovic agenda. I don't really care either, or their Rafael Leao. Like, Who are the best players in Serie A, and why is it not these two, Christian?
I mean, for me, I would say if you're going position for position, you gotta have Toro, Barella, yes, Vlahovic. Nah, not really Vlahovic. He hasn't been Leao. Like you can't sit there and say Leao is not one of the best players in Serie A. A healthy Lukaku definitely is. What's the kid from Napoli? I can't pronounce his name. The one that starts with a K. The young kid that's balling. Man, you're gonna make me Google it.
Say it again.
The kid from Napoli.
Oh, Crava.
Yeah, Krava. There we go.
Yeah.
That kid's been torching, bro. He's been torching. He even scored today. That kid's
scored
been
again
torching.
today. Did he score the 4th goal for them today?
I believe so.
He's great,
Osterman
man.
had a hat trick.
He's doing really, really well. He's doing really, really, really well, man. Like, I don't know if he's just peaking too early, but this level of consistency for the first time in your club is absolutely bizarre. It's bizarre, man. You can almost guarantee he's going to have a world-class game.
He has been balling out. You got to put him in one of the top players in City out right now. Like Leao, bro, that man's like the next Ronaldo. I hate to give a player from another team that much credit, but that man is a baller. Don't worry, somebody's gonna buy him from Milan real soon. They're not gonna be able to keep him.
Well, the way I see it, the contract talks should have been advanced by now. You're the MVP. You've won the Serie A. These are the things that contribute positively to a contract renewal. And if it doesn't get done straight away, you can already tell that his head and his ego is looking elsewhere going, but if I don't re-sign, I can probably go to Madrid. I can probably go to Barca. I can probably go to Paris. I can probably go to Bayern. I can probably go to England. You think that's where he's at?
Yep. I'm pretty sure he's not. He's looking at Madrid.
Yeah. Well, why wouldn't you? And like Madrid's transfer business over the last 5 to 6 years is 50 out of 10. These guys have had like 2 or 3 seasons where they haven't even spent. And they have just banked on their players and some youngins coming in. They've made 1 or 2 good transfers. The way Madrid has been able to stay head above water and dominate Spain, it's the reason why they are, the football heritage, as we call it, right?
Yep. But
that's them.
It's got to be them because it can't be PSG.
Staying on Madrid, in terms of our opponents in the round of 16, I've said this a couple of times before. I wouldn't mind Madrid because I don't expect us to go through against them, but Madrid wouldn't dominate us with their style of play. They would get over the line probably at the end by being able to grind us out a little bit more physically, a little bit more with their Champions League pedigree. I don't think we'd get spanked by Madrid, but overall, I'd like to avoid them. In terms of the teams we can get and who we can't get, who are you hoping for, man?
Bruges.
Naturally.
If not that,
Chelsea maybe?
Tottenham
and Chelsea, yeah. Basically anyone but City and Madrid, right?
I wouldn't mind City, though.
Why?
I think we could line up with them.
I've been watching them play this season, man, and I'm ready to message the very few City fans I know, which is 3 of them. You take Erling Haaland out of this City team, can you literally guarantee the Premier League title? I think they're starting to become a little one-dimensional with the whole De Bruyne-Haaland situation, man. But I could be wrong, bro. They have been the benchmark for the last few years.
Yeah, if they've been the benchmark for the last few years, maybe in the Premier League, but not in Champions League. They're still yet to win it. But if we were to play against City, it's probably the best one because we'd match up with them. And on top of that, it's not expected that we beat them.
Yeah, no worries.
Beat them.
That'd be something else. Let's go to.
I wouldn't mind Tottenham though.
Yeah.
Because Conte making it to the next round.
I'd love Tottenham, bro. I reckon we could definitely smack Conte up over 2 legs there. They're not even guaranteed to go through yet, though, are they? Isn't it still like 8-7-7-6 in their group? Let me check.
Yeah,
I'll check
is.
that out.
Because Frankfurt's still in it. Tottenham is still leading the group, but Frankfurt and Sporting are still there.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
They're still technically in it, I think.
Yeah, they're all still there. You see our group table. I'm pretty sure Sporting at second. Let's see. Yep, Tottenham on 8, Sporting 7, Frankfurt 7, Marseille 6. So Group D is the group to watch in the last match day of the season.
I thought it was Group H.
Nah, it's Group D. Was that on purpose? It was,
Yeah.
wasn't it? You made me scroll down and everything. Thank you for the laugh. Let's go to some more comments. We realistically might have conceded 5 fewer goals had Onana started match 1. Yeah, maybe,
Probably
bro.
more.
Probably more. I don't want to revisit that now, bro. He had 1 goal and 2 assists. This is Krava so far. Yeah, he is probably the best 1v1 attacker in the world at the moment. Correa finally got another goal. I've got a whole slide for Tuco on here. We'll get to that when we get there. And Inter will bring Napoli nonsense to an end. We'll see, bro. I can't wait till we play Napoli. I cannot wait till we play Napoli this season. It would have been great to play them before the World Cup. But after the break, yeah, we'll see. As Mighty Mouse says, if the form could continue. Mattia is back in the chat. It's really good to see you, man. Chris says, I think the top Napoli players aren't going to leave the club for years. I think they made a good decision getting rid of their past big men like Insigne, Koulibaly, Mertens. I was guilty of saying before the season it might have an adverse effect, but it looks like it's benefited them, Christian.
I've been a Gio Simeone fan for years. I've been wanting him here for years, and I'm glad he's doing well. Yeah. Dude's a dog.
Man City, PSG, Bayern, all beatable. Yeah, well, we don't need to come up against Bayern, that's for sure. I'd like to avoid PSG not because of the players they have, because of the officiating that comes with officiating Lionel Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, and basically the Qatari Foundation there. I really don't want Paris for reasons unrelated to football on the pitch, which is all you really need to know. Tottenham, we should run over them. Exactly. Let's move on to the next slide. Aslani got a few good minutes today. I want to hear Christian's opinion on his lack of minutes and how he thinks of him as a player so far. But also, the camaraderie is back, the optimism is back, and the depth is back as well. Like, Eden Dzeko has been playing some fantastic minutes. Romelu Lukaku is ready to take his spot as a starter, even though he doesn't look like the most ideal starter at the moment. Christian, thoughts on that before we move on?
Aslani is still young. Expecting too much from him. That's like DeMarco last year. Everybody was expecting him to be Hakimi. Kids are still young. They need to grow first before they walk. You know what I mean? You got to crawl, walk, and then you run. Give them time.
Yeah. Well said, man. How you liking Mkhitaryan, bro, in that free-flowing role where he presses the ball forward? We knew what he could do, man. He's a breath of fresh air.
Mickey's been so dope, bro. I love him. He's class.
He's class, man. He was Bundesliga Player of the Year for Borussia Dortmund. Like, Mourinho signed him twice. Mourinho's got good judgment of players, regardless of what you think of how his career has dipped as a manager. He signed him at United, and then didn't he sign him again at Roma, or did Mkhitaryan come in before Mourinho?
He came in before him.
All right, cool. Fair enough. I bet he wasn't too Lord Figo will take all corners. I bet he wasn't too upset to have him in his squad. Tuchel scoring a textbook Joaquin Correa goal where he carries the ball almost 60 yards and bangs it into the top corner, completely ignoring Romelu Lukaku's run on the right-hand side. Like, Lukaku thought, for sure, I'm getting this ball. For a good 25 meters, he's like, for sure, I'm getting this ball. For sure, I'm getting this ball. And bang, top ins for Correa. I'm critical of him. Most people are. I know he's your boy as well. If it was up to you, how are you analyzing this situation, man?
If it was up to me, he's been disappointing. Even though I like him, he's been a flop.
Yeah. So we bought him for 31 million, and the initial year was a 6 million loan up front, if I'm not mistaken. So 31 minus 6 is 25. You take it back one more season on this contract. His book value going into January is somewhere in between 17 and 19.5 million. You are now in a zone where he is sellable. Newcastle, Germany, Spain. If any club sees this player valued at under 20 mil, they might put in a bid. You think we might put him on the market or not?
The problem is we don't have no replacement. We only got 4 strikers.
Right. So we'd have to have a replacement lined up in January, and I don't know if we're ready to spend in January or even bring anybody in. Would you recall anybody from loan? I know you like Satriano.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call nobody back on loan. Let him keep growing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it might be better to just see Tuchel out for the rest of the season, get his contributions as they come, and put him on the market in June, July.
Yeah, no, he's just, again, he hasn't done much, bro. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah. I watched City today without holding their average. Well said. Mickey and Jose have a bad relationship, but Mickey has been good for us so far. So maybe like Mourinho was keen on him at the start, but then wasn't impressed. I remember he was the sacrificial lamb at United for the Alexis Sanchez deal, but Mourinho was sour on Alexis when he arrived there as well. So Mourinho always has sour grapes. We know that. When do Roma play this weekend? They play tomorrow?
Yeah,
I think they
tomorrow.
play tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. Correa does love a good goal against Sampdoria. Very true, Mattia. Correa needs to be replaced in January. He doesn't have it mentally. They have to take a chance and spend money. Maybe Chelsea will try to get Dumfries. What are you saying about Dumfries? He's lacked this season a little bit, man. He finished last season as a player where we said, yeah, no worries. We got the confidence in you going forward. But this season, as you just did, bit hit and miss, eh?
He's okay.
Mm.
I don't think
While
okay.
we can get money for him, should we try?
I would say the end of the season. Villanova's not ready.
So, like, what? Sorry, say that again. You just cut out. What about Villanova?
I say he's not ready.
No, he's not. So, like, when you look at this squad now, considering that something I've been impressed with is our medic team and our backroom staff in terms of injuries compared to other teams, we really haven't done that bad. Brozo is the only player sitting on the sidelines at the moment. Are you happy with this squad to finish the season? Like, could you go into January not selling anyone and maybe just getting one free agent or one player for depth, like a not Victor Moses, but a Victor Moses style kind of deal?
It depends who it is, but I would want one more player. I would want another forward.
What? Yeah, another forward. Another forward. Just with Lukaku coming back, you'd hope that the limited minutes for Dzeko will open up more time and freedom and energy for players like Correa and Dzeko, though, wouldn't you?
Who's to say that he's not going to get hurt again?
Yeah, fair call, man.
I don't think he's in prime shape. My man came back and got hurt in the second game. Game, like, he didn't play that much in Champions League. He only played against Pelzan. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
right now,
sweet.
we talked about it. That deal looked like a waste too.
This deal, though, the free transfer for Hakan has been a revelation. Like, this is fantastic. I did not expect him to adapt to that role quicker than Eriksen did. Has Barella been playing better with Hakan as the deep-lying midfielder in our side? Where do you land on this, bro? It's a bit perplexing.
Man, I think both of them been playing better. It's to the point where it's like, do you really want to put Brozo back in that position?
More importantly, do you really want to take the gamble and start Brozovic against Juve in Turin with the momentum that this team has?
Yeah, that's the thing. I wouldn't. I'd probably bench him and work him in as a sub.
Yeah. Let's see what happens there.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
100%, man. And like that's a position on the pitch that is gonna break itself if it's not ready to repair itself straight away. It doesn't really need repairing.
The thing is this, right? If Mkhitaryan wasn't a good player, if it was like Alsani starting, then yeah, it's like, yo, put Brozo ASAP. But right now, they're all holding their own. Like, you literally got 3 quality mids in there. Make Brozo earn his spot back.
100%, man. 100%. That's all the slides are prepared. So now we can pretty much freestyle it for the next 10, 15 minutes, man. What else do you want to talk about in terms of our club? We've covered the goalkeeper situation. We've covered DiMarco and Gosens. We've covered the midfield. We've covered the Mercato. What else? How are you looking at the ownership situation at the moment?
Anyone but an American.
Yeah, talk more. Talk more. It's better if it comes from you, because there's no use me saying it.
We're capitalists, bro. We're just in it for the money, and they ain't money in culture, yo. Just give me an Arab that's gonna sit there and throw up cash.
So what you're saying is you'd rather, something, at least a nation that's gonna be like goal, Allah, than just some Americans sitting back going, nice one, nice goal.
It's in the nets. It's in the nets. That's how an American celebrates, bro. Have you never seen an MLS game? Like, I be sitting there like, yo, someone get a new announcer.
Is this for all the MLS games?
No, that's for the DC United ones, bro. I mean, I don't even watch MLS like that anymore because my boy was killing it over there at Wolfsburg. But once he left DC United, I was back off that train, man. DC's pissed me off so much lately.
I was gonna say how they going. Let me look up the MLS tables. I don't look it up ever unless
they're at the bottom. Don't bother.
Crap! You're in the Eastern Conference, right? Off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Man, it looks pretty dominant from Philadelphia and Montreal. Do they have any class players?
They got some okay players. Like, don't get me wrong, DC just got some good players too, and also Wayne Rooney just came back to be the coach.
Oh
But
yeah,
they still got to fix the whole club from bottom to top. It's just they got Christian Benteke,
yeah.
but
Is the season over? Because
yeah,
34 games is deep.
for us it's over.
When are the playoffs?
It's already going on right now.
All right, cool. Who's your favorite to take? So you have an Eastern champion and a Western champion, and then they'll play each other, right?
Look, you're asking the wrong person. I don't follow MLS like that.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All I can see right here is Giorgio Chiellini's LAFC are at the top of the Western Conference. I don't even know how many minutes he's been getting.
No, he plays, but like I said, you're asking the wrong one. I really don't care for the MLS. It's the same thing, right? You're always gonna see New York City FC, LAFC, LA Galaxy, right? You're gonna see the teams that always spend the money getting the players. Until DC starts spending money, they're not gonna get anything.
Fair enough. Who's the best forward in the league? I'll give you the 4 names that everyone says, even though it should be way easier to decide on the top 2 than it was 4 weeks ago. Because 4 weeks ago, when these massive polls started coming out, I still saw jokers putting Vlahovic at the top and Tammy Abraham up there. So out of Abraham, Vlahovic, Lautaro, Osimhen, what's your order on the 4? I don't know. Can we put Leao in there as well, or is he too much of a wide player?
Are you saying based off of like sheer talent? Are you saying off of performance? Like
out of sheer talent, who are the best?
If we're going sheer talent, forwards in general, Toro.
Yep.
Leao.
Yep.
Lukaku. Regardless, you cannot take away what he's done, right? Yep. And then for me, I'm stuck between Abraham and Osimhen.
Yeah.
Probably he's more probably Osimhen. He's got a good build.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, they are without hesitation. If we get new owners before January, I'll be happy, but that could mean investment in January. It's Dzeko, of course. Have you changed your tone a little bit on Dzeko? You happy with his output this season?
This season, yeah, but how long till he burns himself out?
Well, let's hope that, as you alluded to before, like Lukaku's got a responsibility here now. Like I said over voice message yesterday, like Inter as a club has got Lukaku in the exactly position that we want him. Either you get on that pitch and perform in a humble way and turn out results and stats, or we'll revisit the whole loan option at the end of the year. So ideally, when do you think Lukaku can realistically start starting alongside Toro?
He should be by the end of next week.
Cool. You think against Juve he starts?
He should.
Who would you play? How would you approach the Bayern Juve situation in the space of 4 days? I said it in my match reaction that you rest and you bench everybody for Juve. Yep. And I think some people in the chat were like, no, we should keep the momentum and try and get some extra prize money. I said, no, I'm like, you start D'Ambrosio, you start Damian, you start Bellanova, you start Aslani, you start Mkhitaryan, Correa, Dzeko.
What are we getting out of it? Those 3 points, what's it going to do for us? They're 5 points ahead. Who cares?
Yeah. Well said by Chris. Onana long balls to Lukaku could be devastating if he holds them up, bro. Onana's long balls are just... You see how Onana's got the balls to fake every forward 2 or 3 times and get the extra half meter until the entire goddamn press is about 5 meters higher than it was when he had the ball at his feet?
Yep. Onana is a god.
He's so good, man. I'm really, really happy. I would like to see Gosens live up to... Gosens should start against Bayern. Everyone wants Gosens to get the minutes. Start Gosens in the Champions League against Bayern Munich, and then start Di Marco against Juve. And I think that's what Inzaghi might do.
Yeah.
Use the second team. Well said. I think that's all we're going to have time for. That's all we're going to discuss today because we covered so much in the 40 minutes, and I don't want to take any more family time away from my boy Christian Rivas. So thank you so much for coming in, man. I appreciate it, and we'll link up again real soon.
Yeah, let me know as long as it's at this time, bro, because I wake up early in the morning. I can't do
100%. I feel you. Thank you very much for everyone who tunes into our second piece of content for the day. I'll be back with a Bayern Munich preview as soon as I possibly can. Forza Inter worldwide.